Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
Summer camps are back at Itawamba Community College. ICC offers camps in band, baseball, basketball, cheer, soccer, softball, tennis, and volleyball throughout the months of May, June, and July. Spots are limited, and you know they'll be filling up fast. Visit the homepage of letsgoicc.com. That's letsgoicc.com to find a camp for your favorite athlete and register today. Itawamba Community College, the best camp here.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
Our starting lineup for the Co-Lin Lady Wolves, batting in first, Josie Meggs. Number 11, Faith Kivett. Number 8, Maddie Weeks. Number 24, Abby Richardson. Number 5, Vale West. Number 1, Zakiria Cole. Number 15, Skylar Spike. Number 3, Leah Phillips. Number 4, Madison Moak. And in the circle for the Wolves, number 12, Kyria Biswell. And the starting lineups for your Lady Indian softball team. Sarah Kate Thompson. Number 2, Sammy Day Jones. Number 3, Julia Shaw. Up next, Riley Tyree. Up next, Rain Rippey. Hannah Grace Gillian. Avery Wolf. Bailey Ware. Allie Beckley. In the circle, Emily Robinson. Please rise and remove all headgear for the national anthem.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Activate or deactivate your debit card as needed, attach images to your transactions, apply travel notices to your account, and make person-to-person payments. You can even set up text alerts to guard against unauthorized spending or just to monitor your account balance. The best part, that you can bank anytime, anywhere.
At First American National Bank, get that hometown feel, the high-tech touch.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, out to the ballpark. Adam Gore, Michael Upton, getting set to bring you this action here in Game 1 between ICC and number 7 Co-Lin, the First American National Bank. Opening pitch coming your way, and it's going to miss low for a ball. And it comes your way at 2:30. That's a 2:30 First American National Bank opening pitch here for Game 1. We'll give you today's Tupelo Coca-Cola starting lineups in the exchange of innings here, as it's Emily Robinson in the circle for ICC, and this is Josie Meggs at the plate. And if that's a familiar name for ICC fans, she started her career here at ICC. As a matter of fact, 2 players are former Indians that are now part of the Co-Lin roster. Meggs along with Alina Thompson, who is listed as a pitcher. As that pitch goes high and misses for a ball, 3-0 is the count. So to be Meggs, Kivett, and Weeks scheduled up here for the Wolves. They come in with a record of 36-8 overall, 23-3 in the conference. Is that pitch in there for a strike? 3-1 now is the count. Co-Lin currently in second place. They're trailing Jones in the conference standings. Jones has went ahead and locked up for sure the hosting duties of next week's Region 23 tournament as we wait the 3-1 pitch here. And it's in there for a strike. 3-2 now is the count. ICC, well, they got a little work to do right now. They are 16-10 inside conference play, 29-14. This is the regular season finale for both squads. This is going to be hit and out to the gap, and that's going to go for a Davis Ford double to start the contest there for Meggs. So a nice start to the contest there for Co-Lin. She was ahead in the count, 3-0, was able to hold off and then just went with the pitch, put it out there where they ain't, and that's going to be a leadoff double brought to you by Davis Ford. Meggs looked like she was kind of hobbling when she came into second base, and she's still kind of...
Right, she's even favoring that knee now.
So hopefully she's okay out there, as this will now bring up the shortstop Kivett to the plate.
It was the 8th double of the year for Meggs, so not her first time to go 2 bases.
So with no outs, they're going to lay down a bunt. This will be a sacrifice bunt. Across the way is the throw, and they're going to say she is safe, so it will turn into an infield single.
Yeah, she showed a lot of speed there.
And Meggs was able to advance on the play as well. And now with no outs, runners on the corners, this is going to be Maddie Weeks, the second baseman, coming to the plate here. So a very positive start for Co-Lin. They're number 7 team in the country. ICC fell out of the rankings this week and trying to see if they can find the first out of the inning here. Shows bunt, pulls back, snap throw is going to be cut off, and then the throw is going to be way off the mark. And the run will score, and the runner will advance.
Probably a defensive miscue there, Adam. You really just need to hold that with the runner on third and not make that throw to second, because the second you let go of the ball, she's coming home.
And that is 100% the case there as they got the throw. One of those, more than likely you want to throw that back to the pitcher in that situation.
Try to catch them in between in a possible rundown situation.
And so 1-0 is the score. Runner does advance over to second on the throw home. That first pitch was called a strike, second one missing for a ball.
Very aggressive lead there from Kivett, almost trying to test Tyree to see if she wants to make another throw out there.
So 1-1 is the count. You're going to hear it from time to time today, at least for the next hour or so. There's some gusting winds here in Fulton blowing into the ballpark. There's a healthy swing and a miss. Strike 2, 1-2 now is the count. But other than the strong winds, it's an absolute beautiful day for softball here.
Very much so.
Awaiting the 1-2 pitch here from M. Rob. That pitch drifts high. Nice job there by Tyree to climb the ladder and keep that one in front of her. If she don't make that snow cone catch, the runner easily heads over to third. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no out. 1-0, Co-Lin with the lead. There is a runner at second here in game 1. That pitch just missing outside. Good eye on the part of Weeks. And so now the count will go full. So 3-2 is the count here to Weeks. She's playing second base here in game 1. And that pitch finds the corner for strike 3.
Weeks thought she had a free base and took off and had to be humbled and turn around there.
So that is going to be a Renaissance Bank strikeout. Renaissance Bank, they are the bank that understands you. You can find out why by visiting RenaissanceBank.com. So with 1 out in the inning and a runner at second, this is going to bring up Abby Grace Richardson, the catcher here in game 1. Stands in, takes that first pitch, missing low for a ball.
Richardson leads the Co-Lin team with 63 RBI on this year. Second on their team with 52 hits. So definitely a lot of offensive production out of this position.
Yeah, she also leads the league in RBIs. This one's hit down the line. It's dangerous if it stays fair, and it does. Just in the corner, so that will be RBI number 64. She's going to try to turn it into a triple, and she will.
Yeah, Bailey Ware made a great effort out there, dove for the ball, missed it, and it did fall just inside the line. So well placed by the time she had to get up, get to the ball to allow Richardson to come all the way around to third.
Yeah, that was one that 3 inches the other way is a foul ball. So, I mean, it was right down that line. Bailey Ware did everything she could to get out there and made a diving effort at it. Got it in quickly, but the speed by Richardson, she ends up at third. And it's 2-0 now in favor of Co-Lin here with 1 out in the top of the first. That pitch missing low and outside for a ball. So this is West at the plate. Go back and look at Richardson's stats on Richardson. We talked about it. She now has 64 RBIs. There's a line drive right to the shortstop. So that 64 RBIs leading the conference. She's tied for second in the league with 17 home runs, tied for fourth with 48 runs scored, and tied for ninth with 14 doubles. So the bat of Richardson has been hot, to say the least, this season.
I believe she was the MAC Player of the Week last week as well, possibly.
She was this week.
This week, yeah, that just came out. That's what when I say last week, I mean for the last week, just came out.
Abby Grace Richardson was the Player of the Week, and Kara Biswell, who's getting the start here in Game 1, was also the Pitcher of the Week. So there's now 2 outs in the inning. This pitch is popped up to the right side, and that will be the second baseman making the play, and the Indians will get out of the inning, but not before the damage was done there. 2 runs on 3 hits, and no errors. There was 1 left on base. We're going to keep it here real quick and give you today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups. And Michael, you want to take those?
Sure. We'll start off with Co-Lin. We'll go through those that you just seen. Leading off was number 6, Josie Meggs, playing third base, followed by number 11, Faith Kivett, who's shortstop. Third batting was number 8, Maddie Weeks, in the second baseman's position. Then number 24, Abby Grace Richardson, who is the catcher for Co-Lin, followed by number 5, Belle West, the right fielder. And the last out you saw was number 1, Zakiria Cole, who is playing first base today. When we come back up in the second inning, you'll have number 15, for the first name I lost, Skylar Spites, who's the DP today, and then followed by number 3, which is Leah Phillips, the left fielder, and finally batting last is Madison Moak, number 4, the center fielder, and as you just mentioned, the pitcher for today is number 12, Biswell, and
that's your starter
on her, Kara Biswell.
That's your starters there for Co-Lin. We'll quickly go down the starters for ICC. ICC and Coke. Now, that's a winning combination, and Coach Ernest hopes she's got that same winning combination put together here in Game 1 against the Wolves.
Leading off for ICC is the second baseman, Sarah Kate Thompson, followed by the center fielder, Sammy Day Jones, and then number 3 is your designated player, Julia Shaw. Batting fourth is going to be the catcher, Riley Tyree. Fifth will be Rain Rippey, the first baseman. After that, you'll have the right fielder, Hannah Grace Gillian, followed by Avery Wolf at third. Next, batting 8th, you'll have Bailey Ware in left field, and batting 9th at the shortstop position is going to be Beckley.
That first pitch is going to be fouled off for strike 1, as this is Sarah Kate Thompson starting us off here. And that starting lineup today being brought to you by Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, proud sponsor of ICC, not only athletically, but the entire college and other programs throughout the area. There goes that wind gusting big time, and time is taken here. Not really sure.
Coach is going out to center field. I don't know if it's an issue with the crowd, perhaps. Maybe they're a batter's eye issue. We have a large crowd in center field.
Yeah, some of the Co-Lin fans out there, and
that's what you may have to. And then it's
actually talking to the grounds crew.
Okay.
And I think what it is, I think the wind may have broke the windscreen loose over there in right field. We saw that a little bit in the opening part of the game, so maybe going to have to get some zip ties and put it back down. So what we got a break in the action. We're going to hear a few words from our sponsors, and we'll be back with more right after this.
Athletic summer camps are back at Itawamba Community College. ICC offers camps in band, baseball, basketball, cheer, soccer, softball, tennis, and volleyball throughout the months of May, June, and July. Spots are limited, and you know they'll be filling up fast. Visit the homepage of letsgoicc.com. That's letsgoicc.com to find a camp for your favorite athlete and register today. Itawamba Community College, the best camp here.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
When I think of ICC, I think about home.
The moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here. There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience.
Age-related macular degeneration is the leading cause of severe vision loss in adults over the age of 50. Symptoms are gradual loss to see objects clearly. Objects appear distorted in shape. Darker empty areas appear in the center of your vision. In a comprehensive eye exam, your optometrist will perform a variety of tests to determine if you have macular degeneration. For questions or concerns, call Cagle Eye Center in Fulton at 862-EYES, providing professional comprehensive eye care to the people of Itawamba County and the surrounding areas. Cagle Eye Center, ColdwaterFire.com.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we're ready to play a little softball now after grounds crew were able to get out there and help get the windscreen tack back down out there in right field. It's a 1-0 count here to Sarah Kate Thompson as she fouled off the first pitch she saw down the first baseline. This is that pitch outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Kara Biswell is in the circle here. Michael, we was going to talk about it earlier. Let's take a look at some of her numbers on the year.
She has started 15 games this year, comes in with a record of 13 wins, 1 loss, and 1 save. 10 of her games being complete. She's given them 80 hits, 38 runs, 33 of those being earned, 27 walks, and 87 strikes.
Well, the umpire's going to call time in that situation. Looks like she's taking a little too much time to deliver the pitch there as he's going to step out and write a little bit of a note there. So he's maybe writing a small,
does she get a
novel over there. I think it's a warning.
Yeah, before she gets anything to adjust the count. And I'll add this just briefly here. Biswell comes in with a 2.37 ERA.
She is currently the reigning pitcher of the week for the conference. There's going to be a slow roller to the second baseman. Scooped up, thrown over in time for the out. 4-3 to retire Thompson. And now, with 1 out here in the inning, this is going to bring up Sammy Day Jones, the center fielder.
Now batting, Sammy Day Jones.
So Jones will dig in, and now the umpires are wanting to talk about something else here.
Maybe we'll get to play a full half inning of baseball here. Seems to be the first base umpire has a question
first
about
base umpire. I think what it is he saw one of the players for Co-Lin with a megaphone. And she promptly went and set it back behind her across the way. So you try it. If they don't say anything about it, you keep doing it. Same thing any other team would do. As that pitch is going to be high for a ball, but these umpires are on top of everything today. 1-0 is the count here to Sammy Day Jones. There is 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Day Jones couldn't catch up with the rise ball there. 1-1 now is the count. Well, we're in this wind gust-like warning up to about 3:30, maybe closer to 4 o'clock. As there's going to be a ground ball, foul ball. 1-2 now is the count. And it's been gusting pretty strong since about 12:30, 1 o'clock today. And it's one of those that if you're playing any sports today, you want it to be baseball because it's blowing out of the baseball park. But basically, foul pole to foul pole here as this one popped up back, and it's going to get out of play, and we'll stay at 1-2.
Yeah, our flag there. Looks like it's going almost exactly parallel with the scoreboard, pushing toward the left foul pole.
Yeah, you can see it up there in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. And this pitch hit hard to center field. Center fielder's going to go back and will make the play for out number 2. And nice solid contact, but hitting into that wind.
Yep.
And that's going to be the second out in the inning. Not saying it would have been hit hard enough to get out of the ballpark, but
no, but a hit like that gets up in the wind. It's just going to hold it up and make it easier for the outfielders to get underneath that one.
So now this is going to be Shaw coming to the plate with 2 outs here in the inning. Shaw is the DP here in game 1. Looks at that pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 now is the count.
She comes in leading the Indians with a .396 batting average.
Trying to spark a little bit of a 2-out rally here. 0-1 is the count. This one hit hard towards the right side of the field. Right fielders might have to come in, and that's what we talked about. This wind is going to give you fits today, and what's normally a routine fly ball out to right field, that wind ate it up, and that's nothing you can really blame on Bell West. It's just that gust happened to come through at the right time, knock it down, a la the Ole Miss Mississippi State field goal attempt, and that drops for a base hit.
Indeed, any other day that would have been right to the right fielder, and she made a good effort to try to get there, running it down, but it just wind caught it and dropped it right in front of her.
So a 2-out single to right field by Shaw, and now this will bring Tyree to the plate, who is catching here in game 1. Indians trying to come up with some timely 2-outs hit here. That pitch going to miss low for a ball. 1-0 is the count.
Tyree, one of the team leaders in batting average at 364, also leads the team with 35 RBI for the year. So we'll see if she can't bring Shaw around and make it 36.
That pitch inside corner for a strike. 1-2.
That was a pretty pitch there.
Scoreboard showing 1-2. I think it's 1-1.
Yeah, I think you're right. Let's see if he gives us indication.
Either way it goes, Indians have 2 outs and a runner at first. This one hit hard towards the right side, and this time she almost overplayed it, trying to correct it from last time, but a nice jumping catch out there in right field to record the out. So the Indians get no runs on 1 hit and 1 runner left on base. We played 1 here in Fulton. It's 2-0 Co-Lin. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Those Little Caesars know when to bring back pretzel crust.
I'm sure they've got it down to a science.
Do something. Come on.
He's dancing! Pretzel Pete has busted a move. Pretzel crust is back!
Yeah, nah, they definitely know what they're doing.
The crust the world craves is back at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we shift now to the top of the second inning. 7, 8, 9 batters due up here for Co-Lin. They lead it 2-0. It'll be Spites, Phillips, and Moak
now batting
scheduled up.
Spites is a designated player today for the Wolves. Leads their team with second on walks with 17, batting .306 on the year.
She stands in, takes that first pitch from Emily Robinson in there for a strike. Rob heading to Valdosta State next season. She's the program strikeout leader with 286 strikeouts now after that strikeout she had in the first inning, that pitch across for a strike. She's second in program history with 141 single-season strikeouts. Olivia Burns owns that with 168, and she was here earlier. Don't know if she might be.
She walked out in between innings, I believe.
And there's strike 3.
Rob heard you talking about that. She's trying to keep catching up with her.
And that's going to be the second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game there for Rob. She's second in the conference with 141 strikeouts, now making 143 strikeouts. Pearl Rivers Rogers leads that with an astonishing 215 on the year. That pitch missing high and outside. Rob is also 7th in the league, coming in with a 2.11 ERA. This is now Phillips at the plate. She will dig in with 1 out and nobody on, a 1-0 count. That pitch just missing low. 2-0 now is the count.
Phillips is a left fielder today. She doesn't seem to be an everyday player, only having 20 at-bats on the year, but she is batting a nice .350 in those 20 at-bats.
She's working with a 2-0 count right now. Looks at that pitch across for a strike. 2-1. We'll now go the count here on Phillips. She's batting 8th in the lineup. Moak will be up next, batting in that 9 spot. Time is taken here by the batter. It's a 2-1 count here on Phillips. Nobody on with 1 out here in the top of the second. 2-0 Co-Lin with the lead. That pitch falls off the table a bit too soon. 3-1 now. We'll go the count here on Phillips. So Rob going to have to step back and kind of collect her thoughts here. Set to deliver the 3-1 pitch, and that one finds the corner for a strike. Taking the whole way that time, and Phillips not necessarily agreeing with the call there.
Yeah, that's the same spot that she got the strikeout on Weeks earlier that Weeks thought was a ball as well, but that umpire called that pitch in the exact same spot twice now.
And time now is taken. That was very close to Imrob almost starting her delivery. So 3-2 is the count. Pitch coming, and that one's going to be outside, and that'll be a walk. First walk issued of the day here by Robinson. And now this will bring Madison Moak, the center fielder, to the plate with 1 out and a runner at first. So this is Madison Moak. Runner at first. Shows bunt. Only one play, and that's going to be to first, and it's not going to be in time. Nobody covering third. They're going to zip it to second, and she'll get back safely.
Yeah, kind of a late throw there by Imrob. If she'd have gone a little quicker, Beckley was in a good position. Mike could have caught Phillips, who had overrun second a little bit. But
so that'll go for an infield single, and that's going to be the 4th hit of the game. And now we go back to the top of the lineup here. This is danger territory for the Indians as Josie Meggs, who doubled to the fence in her first at bat. She's been red hot this season as well. She's tied for second in the conference in triples. She has 5 of those. Shows bunt, pulls back, takes that one for a ball. She's tied for second in stolen bases with 32, tied for 8th with 45 runs scored, and she's tied for 11th with a .410 batting average coming into this series. 2-0, Co-Lin with the lead, but there's 1 out here. Runners on first and second. Indians would love to find a Little Caesars double play to get out of this inning with no damage done. Bunt laid down.
She's out of base path
out
and
of the base
interference
path
as well. So,
and they're going to call her
those runners
out.
are going to have to go back. Both runners, I
and
believe.
they'll send the runners back. Yeah, she was
halfway to the circle.
Yeah,
and then the ball hit her when she tried to come back into base path. So
yeah, Coach Howard's going to come down and talk to her in this case, but she was closer to the circle than she was the baseline. And as a coach, you do just come down and have the conversation in this sense. And so that will be batter interference in that case, and that will be the second out of the inning. Typically you go the closest person to the ball. So was it thrown? Who threw it?
I believe Imrob picked it up and threw it.
Okay, so
all right, now I have a discussion with the other umpire.
Now they're going to actually send them back to the original bases.
Oh, wow.
Now, I thought they would keep them at the bases they advanced to on the play.
Okay.
So instead, now they're going to advance them back to first and second. So now with 2 outs in the inning.
Yeah, that's a key, too, getting that second out here. Takes a little of the pressure off.
Yeah, so we're just going to call that batter interference officially. We'll have to go back and kind of look at the ruling on that, on who gets credited for the out. This pitch fouled off to the left side into the bullpen, and that'll go for strike 1. This is Faith Kivett. She is the shortstop here in game 1.
First inning, she singled, stole second, and later scored a run on Richardson's triple.
That pitch drifts high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. As you mentioned, singled, scored a run. This one's hit hard, and it's going to get past the diving second baseman, and then the throw was in time but just dropped the ball. And are they going to call it out?
Uh-oh.
So all right, so here's the opportunity here. She was diving for the ball. She's going to ask if she wants the results of the play on runner interference.
Oh, so to keep Skate from being able to make a play, runner interference.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That is iffy call there. It's one of those that if you're an ICC fan, you're glad to see the call, but if you're a Co-Lin fan, you don't like the call. Reverse where the teams were, or actually, he's going to say she was out of the batter's box.
Oh, so it's going to be called a strike then?
I think.
Now, we've seen our own batters being called out, and they're called out for being out of the batter's box.
Yeah, so it was called a strike, so that's going to be the case. What you do is you have the opportunity to take the play as it stands or
go back.
Or redo. So they are going to say she was out of the batter's box, so it will count as a strike. That pitch missing low. Now they're going to snap throw to first, and runners will take the bases easy there. And they just baited her into the throw.
Yeah, just as aggressive as this team is on the base path, we're just going to have to be a little more conservative on some of those throws, is my opinion.
So the count is 2-2 now here on Kivett. That pitch drifts high for a ball. Now the count goes full at 3-2. It's been an interesting start to the contest.
It has. We've seen a lot of things. We always say that you come to the ballpark and see something you've never seen before. We're seeing lots of little different things today.
So waiting the 3-2 offering here from M-Rob. Pitch is fouled off and it get out of play, and we'll stay at 3-2. We got all kind of folks tuning in today. It's the First Lady of the MACCCCCC. I think there's enough C's in that. Natalie Davis checking in. She works down at Co-Lin. That pitch missing low for a ball. That'll be the second walk of the day to Kivett. Got my buddy Mark Easley checking in from Jones. Coach Andy Kirk watching as well.
And this will bring up Weeks, the second baseman. She struck out in the first inning, looking at a pitch on a full count, looking at a pitch in the corner that she thought was a ball.
So with 2 outs and bases full of Wolves here, ICC's trying to find the exit. And this is Weeks at the plate. She's going to pop this one up. It's going to get in foul territory. Well, this is trouble right here brewing for the Indians. That first one goes for a strike. Maddie Weeks is third in the conference in batting average at .459. She's tied for fourth in the league with 48 runs scored. She's sixth with 61 hits, tied for sixth as well with 52 RBI. And she's 11th in the league with 8 home runs on the season. Slow roller back to the pitcher. Going to come home with it, and they get the force out. And the Indians get out of the inning there. Boy, that was a big-time play there by M-Rob to get the force. I don't know if she would have had enough time to throw her out at first. We're going to take the break and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
And welcome back now as we head to the bottom of the second inning. ICC trailing 2-0 here, as it'll be Rain Rippey, Hannah Grace Gillian, and Avery Wolf scheduled up here for ICC. Also, Steve Diffie checking in. Steve's got the MACCCC package on DirecTV. He's always watching. As that first pitch is going to go high for a ball.
This is Rain Rippey, the Indians' first baseman. She comes in batting .318 on the day, leads the team with 5 home runs.
As that wind is starting to pick up again here. Looks at that pitch across for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. Well, we welcome those that are watching in favor of the Indians this afternoon and extend a special hello to those that are watching in support of Co-Lin. As the count here is 1-1. That pitch missing inside. 2-1 now is the count. Yeah, you can see the jerseys of the catcher and the batter blowing in the wind. That's how strong this wind is gusting into the ballpark. This one hit hard to the right side. Right fielder is going to bounce around, but then the second baseman calls him off, and those are not easy outs today, folks. So we've already seen it one time today. The long hit of the day for the Indians was basically a routine fly ball out to right field. The wind just carried back towards the infield.
And that one had an opportunity to drop in. I thought maybe the second baseman and right fielder might collide even, but a little good communication at the end.
And that's one of those today. If you're playing second base, you're going to have to play second base / shallow outfielder. As that pitch missing in the dirt. 1-0 is the count here to the right fielder, Gillian.
Gillian comes in today batting .379 for the Indians.
We've got an interesting day of softball here as Jones and Northwest are squaring off. So Jones fans are ICC fans today. As Jones, they have 2 losses in the conference, trying to hold on and win the conference championship.
Right.
Co-Lin would love to pick up 2 wins, and they're Northwest fans today. As if Northwest can knock off Jones a couple of times this afternoon, then Co-Lin would be the conference champion. But due to the fact that they hosted the tournament last year, they can't host the region tournament this year. So Jones will for sure host that region tournament next week. 2-0 is the count, or excuse me, 2-1 now is the count here.
But you know, Co-Lin, despite not being able to host, they definitely want an opportunity to get that conference championship.
2-2 now is the count after that big swing and a miss by Hannah Grace. She's got her hands full today as she's playing right field. Do not envy her or Bella West. Swinging and a miss for strike 3. First Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Biswell. Second out of the inning. So we'll try to keep an eye on that.
Number 6, Avery Wolf.
Northwest and Jones game today for those Co-Lin fans that are watching. So that pitch drifts in there for a strike. Boy, that was a beautiful off-speed pitch.
Indeed.
As this is Avery Wolf at the plate.
Wolf playing third base today, comes in batting .410.
So that pitch high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here. This one is going to be hit out to right field. It's going to be a foul ball.
Had it been extra bases if it had dropped in, because everybody was chasing that one. We'll step back up to the plate. Get ready for this 1-2 count.
That Northwest Jones game, that's at Jones. So waiting 1-2 pitch here. Reaches out, fouls that one off, and we'll stay at 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the second, 2-0 Co-Lin with the lead here. And gets to looking on a beautiful pitch on the inside for strike 3. We've played 2 here in Fulton, and Co-Lin leads it 2-0. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Ankle sprains are one of the most common sports injuries, with an estimated 25,000 occurring every day in the United States. Sprains can happen with any sport, including just walking across the yard. Ankle sprains are most common in ball sports such as basketball, soccer, volleyball, and others. As with any injury, your body quickly sends blood to start healing the process, which leads to the swelling. Rest, ice, compression, elevation, known as RICE, is a good way to treat an ankle sprain. This decreases the swelling, lessens your pain, and allows your body to heal the injury. Studies have shown that the sooner you return to activity, the better and typically the faster you will recover. Depending on the amount of injury to the ligaments, it may be days, weeks, or even months to return to high-intensity sports. Sometimes recovery may be slow, but if it gets better day by day or week by week, you are on the right path. If the ankle seems to stop improving and you just can't get back to your activities, then it's time to come see us at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Remember, our story is you.
About their precious pretzel crust. Well, guess what? Pretzel crust is back! Or is it? Nah, seriously, it's back. Maybe. No, it's back. Pizza. Maybe.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the third inning. Co-Lin leading this the number 7 team in the country, leading this one 2-0 here in the top of the third. As it'll be the 4, 5, 6 batters due up here. Abby Grace Richardson, Belle West, and Zakiria Cole scheduled up here in the top of the third. Emily Robinson still in the circle here for the Indians. Richardson had a RBI triple in her only plate appearance so far, as that pitch missing outside for a ball.
Yeah, the Indians being able to keep it at 2-0 in that last inning was huge, because the Wolves did have the bases loaded, had some opportunities, but thanks to some little calls and way things happened, and able to keep them there, and a nice play to throw out the lead runner at home to end the inning, kept that score only 2-0.
Co-Lin's Kevin Kaiser also checking in, watching this afternoon. As it's a 2-0 count now here. That one finds that outside corner. 2-1 now is the count. This umpire likes the corners both inside and outside for both these pitchers so far.
Yeah, if Emrob can take that to her advantage, then she definitely should.
So 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs here, as this is Richardson starting us off. That one skips across the plate for a ball. 3-1 now is the count. For the Chris Burrows watching today, he's a little under the weather. He's normally our PA guy, so he's having to sit this one out. Raphael Henry filling in here for him on PA. There's a ground ball. It's going to be a foul ball. 3-2 now is the count. We do want to remind you of some of our sponsors. First American National Bank, Davis Ford, TM Realtor Agent, Ricky Murphy, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Little Caesars, and your State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, the ICC Baptist Student Union, and the ICC Wesley Foundation. 3-2 is the count here on Richardson.
Wind gusting up a lot of the infield and some of the chalk as well.
Richardson's going to take time, and if I'm a pitcher, this shows you the kind of person Gorey is. I do a foot drag when that wind starts gusting and then throw the ball. Let the ball come up there with the dust. And that's what would happen if Gore did that. A long fly ball, and it's out of the ballpark. A solo home run to start the inning for Richardson. That is her second RBI of the game, first run scored. I'll tell you what, Richardson's got the first 2 of the hardest parts of getting the cycle for now, with a triple and a home run.
Indeed, and the power she's showing today, despite this wind, it might be hard for her to hit for a cycle to cut it down to only a single and a double.
Well, that's one of those, if you're going to get out of the ballpark today, you're going to have to hit it to left field. That one would have been out of the ballpark with or without wind there, as that was a no-doubter off the bat of Richardson. Now this will bring West to the plate with no outs, and Co-Lin leading this one 3-0. West lined out to the shortstop in her first at bat. Looks at that first pitch across for a strike.
Yeah, that was definitely a no-doubter. I believe that was out into the Stephen West area of the outfield.
So 0-1 is the count. That pitch a little too far outside. 1-1 now. Goes the count here to West. Cole is on deck, and Spites would follow her. No outs here in the top of the third inning. 3-0 is your score. Hard hit, and that one's going to drop for a base hit. So that'll be a single there. Back-to-back hits now And that is going to be the 6th hit of the game for the Wolves.
West was able to get a little more height on that one compared to her at bat back in the first, where she just lined it right to Beckley and just got a little float to it, went right over Beckley's head into the gap.
And so it looks like we're going to have a quick trip out here to the circle. With that, we'll take the timeout with them and be back with more right after this.
How do we know you'll love pretzel crust? Because this person begged us to never tease them again about their precious pretzel crust. Well, guess what? Pretzel crust is back! Or is it? Nah, seriously, it's back. Maybe. No, it's back.
Pizza.
Maybe.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
And welcome back as the conversation in the circle continues here. We do want to take this time to remind you about Renaissance Bank, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, and Sam's Town Market located in Manatee, more proud sponsors of ICC softball here on the ICC Sports Network. It's 3-0 after a solo home run by Richardson to start the inning. West followed with a single, and now this will bring Cole to the plate here for the Wolves.
Cole, the first baseman, popped out to kind of shallow right, and Skate Thompson was able to catch that one back to end the first inning.
So Robinson getting set to deliver the pitch here. That one's just going to miss outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. So you've got West over at first base. And we've already seen Co-Lin. They have been very aggressive on the bases today. Don't imagine that will change any of this one. Is that pitch in there for a strike? That'll even things up now at 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, you hit with the kind of production they do. I think it allows you to be a little more aggressive on those base paths because you know that those runners are going to keep you moving. Those batters, I mean, keep you moving.
So the 1-1 pitch on its way. This one hit high. Center fielder is going to drift back and will camp underneath it for the out. That's out number 1 here in the top of the 3rd inning. Runner unable to advance in that situation. So it'll be 1 out and a runner on first, as this will be Spites coming to the plate here. She struck out looking in her first at bat of the day. So 1 out, runner at first. Spites, who is the DP here in game 1. Shows bunt, had an attempt at it, and they're going to call it strike 1. So 0-1 is the count here to Spites. As we mentioned, struck out looking in her only at bat so far in the contest. 0-1 the count. 1 out and a runner at first. That one just missing outside.
That seems to be that corner, but I'm not sure why.
Just
didn't get the call that time.
Not quite bringing it in tight enough for the umpire's liking there. As 1-1 now is the count. So the 1-1 pitch on its way from Robinson. Shows bunt, lays it down, and it's going to be a foul ball. Break for the Indians because if that one sits on the line, and that's all you can really do in that's all you can really do in that chance is hope that it didn't like just catch a chunk of rock or dirt out there to stay fair. So the Indians get a break there. 1-2 now is the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Here on Spites, there is a runner at first. Robinson getting set to deliver the pitch here. And this one fouled back and will stay at 1-2. Well, as we said, this is a regular season finale. 2 big ball games today here in Fulton, and the other one down in Ellisville is Jones and Northwest. They started at 3, so when I checked on it, there was no score early on during the break. This one hit to the right side, and it's going to be a foul ball.
That was another really close one out in there, just about 6 inches over the line. Gillian was charging in from right field, but she was not going to make it.
So 1-2 will stay the count. ICC, they got a tough close to the season. Of course, this game was originally scheduled earlier in the year, then rain forced us to move it.
Yeah, this would have been the Friday of spring break, I believe.
I believe you're correct. So this 1-2 pitch coming. Grounder, and it's a foul ball. Again, another one that's just foul. But to close that thought on ICC's tough close to the regular season, played number 5, Northwest, number 7, Jones, and now number 7, Co-Lin to wrap up the regular season.
Yeah, they have the advantage of being at home, but they have very, very tough competition to close the season.
So waiting the 1-2 pitch here. This one foul back into your living room on that check swing, and we'll stay at 1-2. Nice battle going between Spites and Robinson here. If you're an ICC fan, you love for M-Rob to find a way to win this battle.
Spites getting pieces of it all over the place, fouling right, fouling left, fouling back, but staying alive at the plate.
So the 1-2 pitch on its way. That one just missing. Low on that corner that time as tried to get that frame job, just couldn't quite pull it back in there. Count even up now at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Runner at first. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Their second strikeout of the day.
Big time Renaissance Bank strikeout there for out number 2. Second time Spites has struck out today, as you mentioned. Third Renaissance Bank strikeout on the day for M-Rob. And now this will bring Leah Phillips to the plate. She walked her first time up. Listed that first pitch in there for a strike.
She would later advance to second, steal third, and be thrown out at home to end the inning.
This is going to be a flare out to right field. It's going to be a foul ball. 0-2 is the count. Just got this note from Kevin down at Co-Lin. Abby Grace Richardson broke the single season RBI record at Co-Lin with her first RBI in the first inning. So congratulations to Abby Grace on leaving her mark there on the program at Co-Lin.
Indeed, breaks the record in the first inning and then extends it in the third.
That pitch missing high and outside for a ball. 1-2 now is the count. Indians looking for the exit. They trail it 3-0 after a solo home run to start the inning here. As that pitch goes high, and the count evens up at 2-2. We'll have baseball coming your way the end of this week, as it's the best of 3 series to get into the Region 23 tournament. Indians and Hines. So we wait this 2-2 pitch. Grounder, foul ball. We'll stay at 2-2. Thursday night, game 1 will start at 6 o'clock. Friday is scheduled for 4 o'clock. Saturday, if needed, at 2 o'clock. But I have a sneaking suspicion Mother Nature may have something to say about that schedule.
You may be right, indeed. As it has with us for baseball and softball all spring long.
Most definitely. So we're waiting the 2-2 pitch here. And this one's going to be fouled and looking like a Jim Ingram sandwich hit and rolled back about
right backwards
5 foot. And we'll stay at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A runner at first here for the Wolves. Pitch on its way. And another foul ball.
There's some of the last one. Just get a little piece underneath her bat and chops it down, makes it roll out to the left and backwards. And really pushing hard toward the third base side at this point. If you can see the flag in your screen, you can see it's just whipping straight out there.
And this one popped up, and the first baseman comes in and makes the play. Well, scary play right there. Not really sure who was going to call it off. M-Rob kind of gave it up, and a nice job by Rippey to come in and make the play. The Indians get out of that inning with minimum damage done after a solo home run by Richardson to start the inning to make it 3-0 Co-Lin. We're going to take a break, hear a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a maestro of the clarinet. A famous speed solver.
Piece of cake.
A noted cheese connoisseur.
Limburger.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Want to make a good living? Come learn a skill at Max Home. Upholstery trainees start at $15.50 an hour. Our upholsterers average $23 an hour and can make above $28 an hour on production. We're also offering a $500 sign-on bonus to experienced upholsterers. Max Home is hiring for all positions and is willing to train quality people. Max Home makes all their custom-built products in the USA. Join the best, train with the best, be the best. Max Home, Bolton, Mississippi, and Max Home, Sulligent, Alabama.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the bottom of the third inning. It'll be the 8-9-1 batters due up here for ICC. Ware, Beckley, and Thompson scheduled up. Wind continuing to gust here in Fulton this afternoon. 3-0 is your score here as we move to the bottom of the third. Wolves with the advantage. Ware swings on this first pitch, fouls it off, and out of play for strike one. The Indians' bats have betrayed them over the last 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, last couple weeks they've just really gone cold at them.
One of those that you'd love to see them get heated up, and there's going to be a foul ball. 0-2 now is the count, and you would like to think, well, you can only stay cold for so long and get heated up, and the postseason would be a great time for them to get heated up. So 0-2 now is the count here to Bailey Ware. She is committed to Christian Brothers. Is that pitch missing outside? Matter of fact, 3 softball players have committed to Christian Brothers. Have not signed yet, but they've committed. Bailey Ware, Rain Rippey, and then Haley Albertson.
It's been a great year for this team in terms of opportunities for players to move on to the next level.
Some ground ball right back to the pitcher. Squats down, picks it up, throws it over to first. 1-3 on the putout of Ware, and now with 1 out in the inning, this will bring Beckley to the plate. Beckley, a switch hitter, been batting right-handed these last couple of games. As Beckley, a 2-sport star, and you hear the women's basketball team supporting their teammate out here. Shows bunt, pulls back, but it's called a strike. 0-1 is the count.
That was a pitch straight down the middle.
So no balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. Nobody on here. Check swing, foul ball. 0-2 now is the count. Well, that's one thing that Biswell has done extremely well today is get ahead of batters. And that makes your job really easy as a pitcher. So 0-2 is the count. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the third. Co-Lin leading this one 3-0 here in game 1. That wind really gusting there. I think Biswell might have been trying to play the wind and see if the ball would come back in that time.
Unfortunately, didn't get enough of it. It stayed in the outside batter's box, but
all-speed pitch popped up. Catcher calling everyone off and makes the play for out number 2. Well, good pitch, ran in on her hands that time as Beckley popped it up. That'll be the second out in the inning, and now we go back to the top of the lineup. And Sarah Kate Thompson, she grounded out to second in her only appearance so far in the contest. So Skate will try to spark a 2-out rally here. Indians with only 1 hit as Skate digs in, takes that pitch high for a ball. That hit
fair, that was a wind-assisted hit that would have been a routine fly out on a normal day.
So 1-0 is the count here. Shaw is the person that owns that hit as this pitch fouled back. 1-1 now is the count. Well, we'll know at the end of the night who's where in the conference. Of course, if you look at the standings, say ICC finishes 7th, well, you have to throw Eunice in there, and right now they're projected to be that number 5 seed in the tournament, so that would push ICC down to the number 8 seed. As this pitch fouled back, 1-2 now is the count. And if that's going to be the case, it's looking like it's going to be an ICC Holmes 8-9 matchup to open the tournament. Of course, don't quote me on that just yet.
It would be a somewhat favorable start, I think, based on where I think they're at
with them on the year. This is going to be slapped, but what a play over at short. A line hit there, and if you're Sarah Kate, all you can do is just tip your hat and say good play. 3 up, 3 down go the Indians there in the third. We'll take a break and come back with the top of the fourth right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Athletic summer camps are back at Itawamba Community College. ICC offers camps in band, baseball, basketball, cheer, soccer, softball, tennis, and volleyball throughout the months of May, June, and July. Spots are limited, and you know they'll be filling up fast. Visit the homepage of letsgoicc.com. That's letsgoicc.com to find a camp for your favorite athlete and register today. Itawamba Community College, the best camp here.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Manatee, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now as we shift to the top of the fourth inning, for Co-Lin to be the 9-1-2 batter scheduled up, Moak, Meggs, and Kivett. Here in the fourth, 3-0 is the score. It was 2 runs in the first inning, as it was they stole home by Meggs, and then an RBI triple by Richardson that scored Kivett, and then it was a solo home run by Richardson. That is your scoreboard update being brought to you by Sam's Town Market in Manatee. That pitch looked a little low, but called a strike there by the umpire. 0-1 is the count.
As you said earlier, he really likes those corners, and so.
Shows bunt. That one's going to go foul. And so that'll be strike 2.
You know, on top of the production with the bats, a lot of speed on this Co-Lin team as well. As you've seen, numerous batters have short hits and bunts and things, and they're down at first base before there's really a strong chance to throw them out.
And so 0-2 now is the count here to Madison Moak. She had a single back in the second inning. So that pitch missing outside for a ball. She was left stranded in scoring position back in that second inning. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Another Renaissance Bank strikeout there, 4th of the game for Emrod. He actually said she got a piece of it, was held on to by the catcher. It's still a Renaissance Bank strikeout either way. And so now with 1 out in the inning, we go back to the top of the lineup here for Josie Megg. Meggs doubled in her first at-bat, stole home to score, was called out on batter interference in her most recent at-bat. She'll dig in with 1 out and nobody on. That pitch just high for a ball. 1-0 the count here to Meggs. Still hear that wind pushing its way around the ballpark. 1-0 pitch on its way. That one high, ball 2. 2-0 now is the count here to Meggs. Well, she did good. She worked the count 3-0, then took back-to-back strikes, and then just delivered a rope over the head of the shortstop to double to start the game for Co-Lin. She's working with a 2-0 count right now. Puts that one in there for a strike. 2-1 now. The count here to Meggs, the third baseman.
That second at bat was a little more interesting as she dropped a bunt and then proceeded to run well into the middle of the field toward the pitcher's circle out of baseline and get that interference call.
2-1 pitch, and that one low. 3-1 now. The count here to Meggs. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Nobody on right now. We're in the top of the fourth inning here in game one. That pitch right down Broadway as Meggs taking the whole way that time. Count goes full now at 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Pitch coming. And a little slap hit right back up the middle, return to sender, and that's going to be the second hit of the day for Meggs. She just reached in, was not jammed by that pitch. It was a good pitch. Just a good adjustment there on the part of Meggs, and that's going to be a single out to the center field. So a 1-out single now puts the runner at first, and this will bring Kivett to the plate.
Now batting Kivett.
Kivett's 1 for 1 on the day with a single, and then a run scored in the first inning, walked in the second inning.
And she was part of a bases-loaded situation there in the second that the Indians were able to get out of. She was stranded at first. So with 1 out here in the inning, Indians would love to find a way to turn 2 here. Runner goes, throw down is in time.
Well-placed throw from Riley Tyree there, just right on line.
So that's going to be the second out of the inning there. 2-6 on the putout for those of you scoring at home, as Meggs is retired, and now there's 2 outs in the inning. So 2 outs now, and they called the pitch a ball. 1-0 is the count. This is Kivett at the plate. Upton mentioned 1 for 1 with a walk. This pitch popped up. Center fielder, the ball's carrying now over to the left. Wow, that's just an example of that wind, as that would be out number 3. So that was a big pickoff there for an unconventional 3-up, 3-down inning, as we'll head to the bottom of the 4th. But before we do that, we'll take a break, hear a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head now to the bottom of the 4th inning for ICC. It'll be Day Jones, Shaw, and Tyree scheduled up. And it is, got to find the bats. They've only got 1 hit so far in the contest, and that was all the way back in the 1st inning when Julia Shaw reached on a 2-out single.
He's only been through the lineup once and through 3 innings, whereas, you know, Co-Lin through 4 has been through 2 1/3. So really going to have to get something going here. Get some people on base, get move them around, whatever it takes, small ball, long ball, whatever you got.
Co-Lin's got 7 hits so far in the contest, as that first pitch missing low and inside to Sammy Day Jones. We do invite you to visit letsgoicc.com to find out more about the postseason play coming up both for baseball and softball. As that pitch goes high, 2-0 now is the count.
I think we're all really hoping that Brother Chris gets better so that postseason baseball can have some postseason BSU hamburgers.
Most definitely. I'm excited about that Thursday. 2-0 is the count here to Day Jones, and that one hit her. Boy, if that one's up a little bit higher there, that one could have been ugly, and nothing intentional on that, obviously, but Day Jones takes one for the team.
Yeah, up on that inner shoulder, and you're right. Not too far from the chin there.
So now this will be Julia Shaw coming to the plate. She is the only Indian with a hit so far in the contest. And we talked about it. The right fielder was playing back at normal depth. The wind just happened to gust at the right time and knocked the ball down and dropped for a base hit. Shaw looks at that pitch. It's going to miss for a ball. 1-0 is the count. So 1 ball, no strikes, and no out here. Indians need to try to string something together. First time today they've got the leadoff batter on base. This pitch fouled off, out of play, and 1-1 now is the count.
Runner with good speed at first, Day Jones. He's second on the team with 20 stolen bases. 16 stolen bases, right behind Skate Thompson with 20.
And so awaiting this 1-1 offering here from Biswell. That one finds that inside corner for a strike. 1-2 now is the count.
So Shaw's going to have to guard the dish here. Keep this bat alive and advance the runner around.
So awaiting this 1-2 offering here from Biswell. Shaw at the plate. That pitch outside. Quickly looks the runner back to first, and the count evens up at 2-2. Looks like Jones is up 1-0 early on there on Northwest in game 1. And this one hammered but pulled foul.
That was a fairly inside pitch that she got out in front of him, was able to pull foul, but it was really tailing in right at her before she got in contact with it.
So 2-2 is the count. No outs, runner at first. Shaw at the plate. Looks at that one in the dirt. 3-2 now is the count here against Julia Shaw.
Good job fighting back, getting us to a full count, keeping the bat alive for Shaw.
So looking to the side, getting the signal here for the call. 3-2 is the count. No outs, runner at first. ICC trailing 3-0. And upstairs for strike 3. And if you're a Co-Lin fan, you're liking the gift.
Gift indeed.
Looked to be ball 4, but instead was called strike 3 right about the chin area. But you just got to shake it off and bounce back here. Runner was unable to advance in that situation, and now this will be Riley Tyree coming to the plate. Tyree catching. She flew out to right. Looks at that first pitch in there for a strike. So 0-1 is the count. Tyree, as we mentioned, catching here. Looks at that pitch, it misses low. 1-1 now is the count. A tough strike 3 call. That would have been runners on first and second with no outs for the Indians. Best opportunity they would have been in all day today so far. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning with Co-Lin leading this one 3-0. Check swing, foul ball, strike 2.
It's just decided too late to go after that, and someone got enough piece of it to knock it down there.
So, excuse me. 1-2 now is the count with 1 out here. Waiting the 1-2 pitch. This one popped up, back and out of play over the top of us here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. Find out how you can contribute to Itawamba Community College by visiting iccms.edu/foundation. So 1-2 is the count, 1 out, runner at first here for the Indians. Tyree at the plate. Swings on this one, it's going to be a foul ball. And we'll stay at 1-2 once again. Well, the Indians just not quite figuring out the riddle that is Biswell so far this afternoon.
They are getting more productive at bats this inning. We can credit them that. working her a little bit more than they did in the first and second inning, but as you said, still can't quite get that timing lined up.
So waiting the 1-2 pitch here. And, ooh, that one was close. That's a tough one to take right there.
Yeah, it's very similar to the, in reverse the strike that ended Shaw.
So 2-2 now is the count. Still one out in the inning. Runner at first, that's Day Jones, who was hit by a pitch. 2-2 pitch. This one popped up. Third baseman's going to give chase in foul territory. Left fielder comes over, in and out of the glove, dropped. And that is a gift there for the Indians.
That was a great effort by Phillips. So she closed a lot of ground, got to the ball, just couldn't quite close it in her glove.
Kind of just hit her in the heel, or lower part of the palm of her hand versus the webbing of the glove that time. So if you're Tyree, you got to try to cash in on this bonus opportunity here as the count stays 2-2. That pitch drifts high. Now the count goes 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. That is the situation here in the bottom of the 4th with the ICC trailing 3-0 to the number 7 Wolves of Co-Lin. Biswell's pitch inside missing, and now the Indians will have runners on first and second with 1 out in the inning. That's the first walk of the day issued by Biswell. And now this will be Rain Rippey coming to the plate, and we have a timeout here, so we're going to head to the circle and talk things over. We're going to take the timeout with them. We'll be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
How do we know you'll love pretzel crust? Because this person begged us to never tease them again about their precious pretzel crust. Well, guess what? Pretzel crust is back! Or is it? Nah, seriously, it's back. Maybe. No, it's back.
Pizza.
Maybe.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to restart here. No changes made there, just a quick meeting in the circle to get the defense set and just calm the pitcher down a little bit here. That pitcher's going to miss low for a ball. 1-0 is the count here to Rain Rippey. She popped up to second in shallow right field. 1-0 is the count here to Rippey. Indians trail 3-0. And that one fouled back. 1-1 now will be the count here.
Just a little piece of that one.
So 1-1 is the count. 1 out. You've got the tying run at the plate here, Rippey. She does have some power to her name, and the wind has kind of died down here. Waiting the 1-1 pitch here. And took a healthy chop at that one. Now going to try to take third, and
Third baseman took her eye off, and she actually overslid the bag, but got back safely.
And Coach Howard wanting to come out and talk about this one, and like she slid around the tag, and the umpire had a pretty good point of view on it. And he's going to have to come in and talk to the home plate umpire. And if they overturn this, my goodness, I don't know what you can really appeal to the home plate umpire right now. So it was a double steal situation there. And they're going to say the play stands as called.
Yeah, pretty hard for home plate umpire that far away to overturn that one.
So the runner's now at second and third after the double steal. Count is 1-2 here on Rain Rippey. Well, Martin came in to run in place of Tyree. She's at second base. Indians would love to see something down to to the right fielder in this situation, or something down to the gap. Time taken. Pivotal moment of the ball game right here. 1 out. Runners at second and third here for the Indians. They trail at 3-0. And this one popped up high, and it's going to get out of play. And it's going to stay at 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out is the situation here. 3-0 is the score in the bottom of the 4th inning. Rippey at the plate, ICC, with only 1 hit so far in the contest. Biswell getting set with the 1-2 pitch. And goes the inside again. This one popped up, backing out of play, and will stay at 1-2.
Trying to pitch her inside and a little low, and Rain's getting out there and getting a piece of it just to knock it out there out of the beyond the dugout and keep herself alive here.
So the count stays 1-2 with 1 out. Runners on second and third here for the Indians. 3-0 Co-Lin with the lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Biswell gets the signal, now set to deliver the pitch. That pitch missing outside, and it even things up at 2-2. Not a bad spot to miss after hammering those last 3 pitches on the inside part of the plate.
Yeah, definitely once they see something on the other side, see if they won't chase it.
So the count evens up at 2-2. Runners at second and third, 1 out. This one popped up, and it's going to get out of play. And we'll stay at 2-2. Meggs giving chase, and the ball landed in the dugout over there, but you like to see the hustle because you just never know. If you can get to it, make a play, you've made something big happen there.
Biswell there going back to that inside pitch on Rippey, and unfortunately for us, every time the foul ball comes, it's a little bit closer. Kind of worries you that she's going to pop one straight up in a second. So let's see if she can't get that timing right on that inside pitch.
That pitch missing outside at 3-2. And now the count goes full with runners at second and third. Rippey, the tying run at the plate here. Bottom of the 4th inning, game 1 between ICC and Co-Lin. This one pops straight back over the top of us here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. If you'd like to contribute to the ICC softball team or maybe the broadcast, visit the Indian Club at iccms.edu/Indian Club. 3-2 still the count, 1 out. Rippey and Biswell in a battle. And we'll continue the battle here as that's another foul ball. But we'll stay at 3-2.
That's a pitch that I think Rippey would like to have back if she could get her timing a little different on that one.
So 3-2 stays the count here on Rain Rippey. She's 0 for 1 today. Indians with 1 hit. Got to go all the way back to the 1st inning to find that one. Waiting the 3-2 pitch here. And that's going to be a walk.
Heck of a battle by Rippey. Bases loaded without a hit yet, Adam.
Back-to-back walks issued now. And if you're Shaw, you're kind of like, hey, come on now. Should have walked in and run there. She got called on a strike 3 on a similar pitch. Coach Howard comes out and
in fact, Shaw's didn't even drop in like that one. If you would have called one, I would have thought that one would have been called more than one against Shaw.
Coach Howard wanted to know where that pitch was. Umpire said it was up in that situation. So now this would be Hannah Grace Gillian coming to the plate. Bases full of Indians. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. That pitch will miss inside, 4 ball, 1-0 now is the count. The Indians just need a base hit here. You don't have to do anything big, anything flashy in this case. Just want to try to manufacture some runs in this case here. They trail at 3-0. 1-0 is the count. And this was ripped off the glove of the third baseman. Bobble around the outfield. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. The runner will be, oh my gosh, they call her safe at third.
She must have went under it. I thought she touched her head. The coaches are coming out. They have to restrain each other coming out of the Co-Lin dugout.
Yeah,
it looked like she had touched her head at him.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say this. That's going to be a 2-run double by Gillian. But I'm going to say this, and this just shows you I could be fair in this situation.
Indeed.
Indians got a break because they tagged her before she touched third base.
Yeah, I believe the tag was in on the helmet.
But 2 runs scored makes it a 3-2 contest now. As that was Day Jones and Martin that scored. Rippey is at third. If anything, that's going to be a coaching opportunity for Rippey in the future to say, slide in those situations.
Yeah.
As I don't think she was anticipating that strong of a throw from left field Phillips. Indians, they got a break. That's all I'm going to say.
And hey, you know, we say the phrase all the time, ball don't lie. Maybe that's a makeup for the bad call on Shaw that should have had the bases loaded previously and had a walked-in run. So maybe we can just trade that out with a little karma there.
So now Wolf at the plate. She swings on the first pitch she sees, and that's going to drop, and we're going to have a tie ball game. And going to have to get back, and that's going to get the runner out at second.
Yeah. Kind of got caught in a little run down there.
That will go for an RBI single for Wolf. That scores Rippey. Unfortunately, Gillian just gets caught in the rundown.
Bailey Ware.
Didn't necessarily see well enough to give you the rundown of that one. I think it went 6-5-4
right
on the putout, but as I like to say often, don't quote me on that. But the Indians have rallied to tie things up here with 3 runs in the 4th. And now this will be Bailey Ware at the plate. Looks at that first pitch is missing low for a ball. Well, this has just been a bonkers game from the get-go, and it's staying true to form here. So 1-0 is the count. There is a runner at first for the Indians. This was going to be hit, and it's going to go foul and out of play. Oh, come on. Lee Adams had a chance to make a play on the ball, but didn't do so.
No, that's not CJ. Who?
That's Lee, and then I think it's just another random fan.
Oh, random fan.
Yep.
Saw CJ earlier in a black hoodie, so I thought that was him down there as well.
Lee got hit by a ball in the last series, so he's a little gun shy over there. As 1-1 is the count now with that foul ball. And this is going to be bunt laid down, going to be trouble here. First baseman, though, is able to get to it in time for the out. But the Indians do score 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. 3-3 is your score. We'll take a break and come back with the 5th. Don't you dare go anywhere, folks. We got a good one brewing here. Back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents, not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a skilled swordsman, a master chef.
Needs more lavender.
A wonder at word games.
2 tries, every time.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Welcome back now as we're going to shift to the top of the 5th inning. It's 3-3 after the Indians put 3 on the board there in the 4th. A scoreboard update brought to you by Renaissance Bank. Jones leading Northwest 3-1 there in the middle of the 3rd inning down in Ellisville.
Co-Lin does have a pitcher up in the bullpen getting warm. Number 2, Laney Wagsper.
I do apologize if the stream gets a little choppy. We're starting to have some internet issues. We had some of those last week in the Jones series, and end of the school year, even the internet's tired. Rob still in the circle here. Her first pitch is going to miss low for a ball, as this will be Weeks, Richardson, and West scheduled up here for Co-Lin. Weeks 0 for 2 on the day, struck out and grounded out to the pitcher. That was to end the second in her last at bat. Rips that one. Third baseman Wolf finds it, zips it across the way, and the throw is in time for out number 1.
Wolf showing some of that great defense that she really displays at third base.
Yeah, that was a hard hit ball, and Wolf did a good job of just basically getting down on the lead knee and making her body a wall. Even if it would have popped up, would have been able to stop it as well, but instead got it with the glove. Plenty of time to throw out for out number 1. So now this is going to be Richardson. Here comes trouble. She's tripled today and also has a home run. That pitch missing outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count.
It will be interesting to see if Rob gives her anything to hit. I don't mean an intentional walk per se, but I think she'll pitch away from her most of the at-bat.
This one's going to be a slow roller. Going to be trouble. Rob gets it. Throw across the way. Is it in time? No.
Well-placed ball that only the pitcher could get to, and had to make the pick and turn and unable to get the throw.
And some days when you're got things going your way, those type of things happen, and right now Richardson is double away from the cycle now. It's just one of those that she got off the end of the bat and rolled forward and away from the pitcher just enough for her to beat the throw out. And so that was a 1-out single, and now this will be West, who is 1 for 2 on the day. She singled her last time up. Hit the ball hard, but directly to the shortstop for the out in the first. That pitch high and outside for a ball. 1-0 the count here to West. Robinson in the circle. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Game 1 between ICC and Co-Lin. That pitch falls off the table a bit too soon. 2-0 now is the count. There's a congregation of Co-Lin fans out in center field as they're looking in here. 2-0 is the count. And that pitch missing. 3-0 now. The count here on West. So Rob's going to take a second to gather herself here. We talked about it. Rob heading to Valdosta State next season. 3-0 pitch on its way. Called a strike. 3-1 now, the count.
Batter taking all the way on that one.
Imagine she'll probably do the same here unless she just gets something that she feels like she can tee off on. West playing in right field. And she does just that. Hits it over the head of the third baseman and a roll down the line. They're going to ask the runner to go to third, and the throw is not going to be in time. And smart job there by West to advance on the throw. So back-to-back singles by Co-Lin now. And, you know, that was just one of those that
just in the right spot.
Wolf did everything she could to get to it. And a heads-up base running there by Richardson from get to first to third, as the ball didn't roll hard or fast enough to the outfield. And so now with runners at second and third with 1 out in the inning, Co-Lin threatening to retake the lead here, as this is Cole at the plate. 0 for 2 in the day with a pop-up to shallow right, recorded out by the second baseman and a fly out to center field. 1 out here in the inning. Swing to the first pitch she sees. That's going to drop, and they're going to ask 2 runs to score. And the throw is going to be cut off. Now they're going to try to go to second. And that's going to be a single and advance on the throw again, but it's going to be a 2-run single there by Cole, and that was a big-time clutch hit there for the Wolves. Well, the Indians that time did cut the throw off. Tried to throw it to second, but the throw pulled them off the bag and not allowed to try to get a tag there.
Throw was a bit high.
And so
skate off.
Looks like we're going to have a new batter coming in this situation. Or maybe a runner coming in. We'll see what they're going to decide to do here.
ICC is also sending Julia Shaw down to the pen to stretch and warm up.
So this is Frazier coming to the plate. She's wearing number 21, will be batting for Spites. She's 0 for 2 on the day with Spites with a pair of strikeouts, so Frazier will dig in. That was a big-time clutch hit. Good job weathering the storm there by Co-Lin. Come back and put 2 more on the board. And so might be having a change here for the Indians as well, as this is a long conversation between the home plate umpire and Coach Ernest. And we are. So we'll have a call to the bullpen brought to you by Tommy Morgan Real Estate Agent Ricky Murphy. And we'll take it with them and be back with more right after this.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, roll Tribe!
Athletic summer camps are back at Itawamba Community College. ICC offers camps in band, baseball, basketball, cheer, soccer, softball, tennis, and volleyball throughout the months of May, June, and July. Spots are limited, and you know they'll be filling up fast. Visit the homepage of letsgoicc.com. That's letsgoicc.com to find a camp for your favorite athlete and register today. Itawamba Community College, the best camp here.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, roll Tribe!
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as Haley Albertson, the new pitcher in the circle here for the Indians. We'll take a look at some Samstown market stats on her after this pitch. And it's high and outside for a ball, as this is Frazier who's also entering. Ball gets away and the run will score. And Co-Lin adds another one to the board there, kind of just giving ICC a little taste of their own medicine with that delayed steal. Calls the rush throw, and the run scores, and Co-Lin has gotten back those 3 runs they gave up in the bottom half of the 4th.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think you said, just stole them right back. Timely hits and base running has really paid off for Co-Lin this inning.
That pitch across for a strike, 1-1 is the count. Let's take a look at some Samstown market stats here on Albertson.
This is her 16th appearance of the year. She's got 4 wins, 1 loss, no saves, and 46.1 innings.
So that pitch missing outside, 2-1 now the count.
She's given up 25 runs, 17 of those earned, walked 18 but struck out 44, and a nice 2.57 ERA.
Samstown Market, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. They're located right there in the heart of Manatee. 2-1 pitch and a hitter.
And the wheels continue to turn for the Wolves, but unfortunately for these Indians, not what they want to see.
Yeah, that one got her on the elbow, so they're going to give Frazier a chance to kind of walk it off there. And again, nothing malicious on that pitch. It's just one of those unfortunate situations that ball ran in on her, and when she natural self-defense mode is to put that arm up and protect yourself, and came off the end of that elbow, so hopefully she's okay. Quick timeout. Back with more right after this.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
How do we know you'll love pretzel crust? because this person begged us to never tease them again about their precious pretzel crust. Well, guess what? Pretzel crust is back! Or is it? Nah, seriously, it's back. Maybe. No, it's back.
Pizza.
Maybe.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
And welcome back. Frazier over there talking to their coaches and their trainers. Good show of sportsmanship there by the ICC fans and Co-Lin fans that are sitting to the left of us over here with a round of applause once that they saw that Frazier was okay in that situation. So she'll get some people call it the free pass. I don't call it a free pass if you get hit by the ball.
No, a walk is a free pass, but you've earned it, I think.
Yeah.
Calling it free is a little unfair.
So
especially if you want to stand in there and face some of these pitchers.
Yeah.
Then
This
you
would
can
be
see if you call it free.
Phillips at the plate. That pitch is high, and the runner will advance on the wild pitch in that situation. So now she moves into scoring position. 1-0 is the count here. Phillips 0 for 1 today with a walk. She was left stranded back in the second in a bases loaded situation. She was left stranded in scoring position. That pitch missing high, 2-0 now. The count here to Phillips. So 2 balls, no strikes, and 1 out. And that one just falls into the lap of the strike zone there. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at second. This pitch fouled off, and it even things up now at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out here. We're in the top of the 5th. ICC scores 3 in the bottom of the 4th. Co-Lin has answered back with 3 of their own here in the top of the 5th. Yeah. Good job there by Tyree. Going up and getting that one. Count now goes forward. The 3-2 pitch, and she walked her. That pitch ran inside on Phillips that time, nearly hit her. And so that'll be the first walk of the day issued there by Alberson. 3rd walk of the game.
Now batting Moak.
Now this will be Moak coming to the plate. She's 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. She'll dig in with 1 out and runners on first and second here. We're in the bottom of the 5th. I got it at the top. No, we're in the top of the 5th.
Correct.
The stab attempt at the bunt there misses for strike 1. So yeah, top of the 5th inning, 6-3. Co-Lin with the lead. Alberson in the circle, taking over for Emily Robinson. Bunt fouled back. 0-2 now is the count. So no balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out.
See if Mo continues to give the bunt attempt with 2 strikes now. Coach turns her loose to swing to protect herself.
So waiting the 0-2 pitch here from Alberson. Jammed her, and they're going to get the force out at 3rd, so that'll be a fielder's choice for Moak. Smart play there by Beckley to go ahead and get that lead runner. That will retire Frazier for out number 2. And now we'll go back to the top of the lineup. And this is going to be Josie Meggs. She's been a tough out today. As a matter of fact, the only time that she's got out was when she got herself out with a batter interference call. She's got a double and a single. She was caught stealing in her last at bat. So that first pitch high for a ball. 1-0 is the count.
Yeah, this 1 through 4 of this lineup is just really dangerous.
That pitch missing low. 2-0 now the count. Now the runner's going to go to 3rd, and throw to second is not in time as the ball gets away, and now the run will score.
A lot of choices made there, Adam.
And that's one thing that Co-Lin does. They put that pressure on you. We've seen ICC do the same thing throughout the season.
They catch you napping, and when you react, and that's kind of from the school of Andy Kirk softball.
Yes.
He forces you to react. He would force you to react in a hurry. 9 times out of 10, you're going to panic, make that mistake. That's what ICC done there. Co-Lin cashes in for the 4th run of the inning. They're now up 7-3.
Yeah, I mean, you got to credit Phillips. She got out there, and Tyree didn't want to attempt, so she made the steal.
That pitch in there for a strike. 2-1 now is the count. Well, the way you counter that is exactly what we saw Jones do last week. As a catcher, when you have somebody on base, you simply pop up, walk up 3 steps, looking back to the bag, and then toss it to the pitcher. 2-1 now is the count.
Ooh,
time is taken as she was
already in her motion.
In her motion, and
giving her a warning.
Apparently so, and
she hadn't even
a tough time to give a warning there. She was in her motion to pitch.
Yeah,
and I think that might be
feet
what
had not moved. So I'm curious as to what the warning's on.
I think that's what the coaches from ICC are arguing is you stopped her in her windup. That's one of those that had it been baseball, you would have just went ahead and went through with the pitch. So 2-1 is the count. Both pitchers have gotten a warning today.
I think I figured it out. Home plate umpire's got a bingo card going.
There you go.
We've seen so many things. He's just trying to find that magic bingo all the way across.
Or that he's going to be like, hey, I better call one on them since I called one on the other team earlier just so I can say I'm fair. Either way it goes, 2-1 now is the count. 7-3 now is the score in favor of Co-Lin. That pitch missing outside, and the runner's going to go, and that's going to be another stolen base, another throwing error, and another run scored. 8-3 now. Co-Lin. So Indians are going to try to come out here and gather themselves as
throwing miscues really hurting the Indians in this inning.
That is going to be the 5th run scored. 2nd error of the game for the Indians, or 2nd error of the inning as well. And so Meggs will come back to the plate here with a 3-1 count. And so now the score 8-3 here in the top of the 5th. That pitch goes high, and that'll be a walk. Well, when it rains, it pours, and right now it's pouring on the Indians. As ICC trying to find that final out of the inning here. But Co-Lin has done a good job of taking advantage of some errors in this situation. As this will be Kivett coming to the plate. She's 1 for 2 with a walk, a single, and a run scored. Flew out to left to end the 4th. That first pitch in there for a strike. So 0-1 is the count. 2 outs here in the inning. Alberson in the circle. Co-Lin has plated 5 here in the top of the 5th. That one finds the edge for a strike. 0-2 now is the count.
Maybe the best start against a batter that Alberson has seen so far this inning.
So winning the 0-2 pitch here from Alberson. And it's going to miss low. Not a bad spot to miss. Couldn't get her to chase. Good eye on the part of Kivett. She's playing shortstop today. And trying to see if she can keep this inning alive here. 1-2 is the count with 2 outs and a runner on first in Meggs. That pitch goes high, and the runner will advance on the wild pitch. 2nd time this inning that the runner has been able to take off on the wild pitch. She took her lead, stopped, and then once the ball got away, scampered over to 2nd. 2-2 now is the count. Still 2 outs here in the inning. Runner in scoring position here. Kivett at the plate. Fouls this one back, and we'll stay at 2-2. Well, again, we'll have baseball coming your way. The best 2 out of 3 series starting Thursday night between ICC and Hines. That game 1 be coming your way at 6 o'clock here on the Red Channel. So Albertson again taking a lot of time here. She's already got her warning. As that pitch missing low, 3-2 now is the count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Runner at second. Kivett at the plate. Awaiting the 3-2 offering here from Albertson. Fouls it back out of play, and we'll stay at 3-2. Game 2 of that baseball series scheduled for 4 o'clock on Friday. And then if necessary, game 3 will be Saturday at 2. So waiting the 3-2 pitch here from Albertson. 2 outs with a runner at second here for the Wolves. And this one fouled off, and we'll do it all over again one more time here. Maybe. 8-3 is your score here in the top of the 5th inning. This has been a long game.
It has been probably one of the longest ones we've had so far this year.
Had some delays and all sorts of shenanigans as this ball fouled out of play. And again, we'll stay 3-2. Well, actually going to say she was out of the batter's box when she made contact, and that will be out number 3. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head now to the bottom of the 5th inning. 8-3 is the score. It was 5 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors, and a batter left on base, or a runner, I should say, left on base for Co-Lin there in the top of the 5th inning.
A couple of walks and a hit batter in there as well.
This is going to be Allie Beckley now, coming from the left side, as that pitch is going to be low, but at the knees for a strike.
She batted from the right side of the plate back in the 3rd inning. Popped straight up to the catcher.
So 0-1 is the count here to Beckley. She popped up in foul territory to the catcher, and she's going to line out to left to start the inning here. And so we go back to the top of the lineup here in Sarah Kate Thompson.
Number 8, Skate.
She's 0 for 2 on the day, a ground out to second, and then a line out to a leaping shortstop in her last at bat. So she'll dig in here with 1 out and nobody on in the bottom of the 5th. Tries to lay down a surprise bunt, but it was fouled off. 0-1 now is the count. Skate will be heading to Union University next season, so she'll be in that same conference as M-Rob when she goes to Valdosta, so former teammates will be squaring off against each other there. Not for sure what conference Christian Brothers is in.
Not either.
This one hit hard. Left fielder, though, just has to take a couple of steps to the side, and that'll be back-to-back putouts now. Out there in left field by Phillips. And quickly 2 away here in the 5th. This will bring up Sammy Day Jones. She got things rolling for the Indians when she was hit by a pitch to start the third inning. Eventually came around to score. Part of a 3-run bottom of the fourth for the Indians. As this is going to be a grounder to the second baseman. Nice job taking on the awkward hop. Throws it over for the putout. And pretty much just less than 5 pitches for 3 outs in the inning there. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 6th inning. ICC trailing this one 8-3 here in game 1 to the number 7 team in the country, Co-Lin. For the Wolves, it'll be the 3-4-5 batters due up. It'll be Weeks, Richardson, and West. Just a note here, Richardson is a double away from hitting for the cycle, and she'll be due up here in the inning. Weeks is 0 for 3. Is that pitch in there for a strike? That one looked a little up in the zone that time. So ICC fans said, we'll take it. She struck out looking in her first at bat, grounded out to the pitcher in her second to end the second, and grounded out 5-3 in her most recent at bat. That was a hard hit ground ball that was taken care of by Wolf over there at third. 1-1 now, the count. Change up, missing. 2-1 now, the count here on Weeks. So 2 balls, 1 strike, no out. We're in the top of the 6th inning here. Weeks, Richardson, and West scheduled up here for the Wolves. This is going to be a flare out to right field, and it's going to be caught for the out. Line out, if you will, out to right field, as that was Gillian who took care of business out there. Well, the wind gusts have died down. We thought right about after that 4 o'clock hour they would calm down a little bit. Still breezy, but it's not blowing as hard as it was for the first couple hours of the game. Or I should say first hour and a half of the game. So 1 out now. And this is Richardson. Richardson, player of the week in the conference for her play last week, takes that first pitch for a ball. I'll tell you what, if she stays hot like this, she's going to put up an argument for the same honor this week. She tripled and drove in a run, had a solo home run, singled and came around to score a run. So she's 3 for 3, and if she doubles here, she'll hit for the cycle here in game 1. One of the rare stats you see in baseball and softball is that pitch in there for a strike. I've called baseball and softball games since 1999. I'm not going to tell you how many years that is because I can't do the math, but I've only seen one of those in my career, as this ball is popped up and out of play for strike 2. 2-2 now is the count. And that guy was Jamal Jackson, who played at Bruce High School, went on to play cornerback at Texas Tech. He's made the coaching rounds in high school football. 2-2 pitch, that one hangs in high. 3-2 now is the count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out here. Richardson at the plate, who is 3 for 3 on the day. And takes that one for a walk. So her on base percentage through the roof this afternoon as she draws that walk, and now this will bring up West, who has had back-to-back singles. She's also scored a run. She's 2 for 3 on the day, lined out on a hard hit ball to the shortstop in her first at bat. West looks at that pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out here. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Co-Lin plates 5 in the 5th to take an 8-3 lead. That pitch in there for strike 2. 0-2 now is the count to West. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at first. Swinging and a miss for strike 3. Great location there on that pitch. Got her to chase one out of the zone. That is going to be the first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game there for Alberson. And that's going to be the second out of the inning. And this is going to bring Cole to the plate. She had a big-time 2-run single in her last at-bat. Swings on the first one she sees. Fly ball out to the right side of the park. And that's going to be a catch in right field, and that will end the inning. Nice job by Gillian to chase that one down and get the inning over with no damage done. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. But before we do that, let's hear from Coke and be back with more right after this.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the 6th inning. As this will be Julia Shaw to start us off here. She's 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a strikeout. So it'll be Shaw, Tyree, and Rippey scheduled up here in the bottom of the 6th inning. ICC trailing this one 8-3. After rallying to tie the game 3-3, Co-Lin answered with a 5 spot in the 5th as that pitch across for a strike here to Shaw. It's still Biswell in the circle here. She is the reigning pitcher of the week for her performance last week. So the player and pitcher of the week coming from Co-Lin. Beautiful inside pitch there for a strike. 0-2 now is the count. So no balls, 2 strikes is the situation here. And this one hit. Third baseman jams her up but finds it. Meigs tosses it over for the out. 5-3 to retire Shaw. See if we can find you an update on the softball game. And Jones is leading that one 6-1 after 4 complete over Northwest. That's in game 1. So it's a race to the finish here between Jones and Co-Lin. As with 1 out now, this is going to be Tyree at the plate. Jams her, slow roller back to the pitcher. Easily taken care of there, 1-3 on the putout for out number 2.
Now up to bat.
So with 2 outs in the inning, this is going to bring Rain Rippey to the plate. She walked and scored a run in her last at bat. She's also flew out to shallow right. And so Rippey will dig in here, try to see if she can spark a 2-out rally. Swings the first pitch she sees. High fly ball. Center fielder coming in and makes the play just a step in front of the dirt. And the Indians go harmlessly there in the 6th. Another 3-up, 3-down inning. As we'll take a break, come back with the 7th right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 7th inning. It's Co-Lin leading this one 8-3 here in the first game of 2 this afternoon. We do appreciate those that are tuning in and do say a special hello to those that are watching in favor of Co-Lin this afternoon. And as always, we welcome members of the ICC family that are watching here on the ICC Sports Network. As it'll be Frazier coming back to bat here. She entered in the 5th inning in place of Spikes. She was hit by a pitch, advanced on a wild pitch, but was retired on a fielder's choice. So she'll dig in here facing Albertson. She was the first batter that Albertson saw as that pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. So 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. This is Spikes, Phillips, and Moak scheduled up here. That one trails back inside for the strike, evens things up at 1-1. Good crowd out. It's finals week here at ICC. Graduation next week. It'll be Friday. You can see it right here on the Red Channel. So some students coming to take a study break, if you will, as this pitch is fouled back and out of play. 1-2 now is the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. No outs here is Frazier at the plate here. Waiting for that 1-2 pitch. It hops across for a ball. 2-2 now is the count. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. No outs as Frazier starting us off here. Albertson's in the circle. That pitch missing outside. 3-2 now is the count. Remind you to stay tuned at the conclusion of the game. We'll have our Renaissance Bank post-game report. As we await the 3-2 pitch here from Albertson. Grounder. Second baseman's going to find it. Throws it across the way for out number 1. Was Skate taking care of business over there at second base. So 1 away now, and this should be Phillips coming to the plate.
Now to bat, Phillips.
Phillips, she's played well out there in left field today. She's 0 for 1 with a pair of walks and a run scored. But she has covered a lot of ground other than dropping the ball in foul territory, which didn't really come back and haunt the Indians in that inning, or excuse me, haunt the Wolves in that inning. She has been solid out there in left field. First pitch high and inside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. That one missing low. 2-0. Now is the count here to Phillips. She popped up to the first baseman. And that pitch in there for a strike. That she popped up to the first baseman in her second at bat. And that was to end the 3rd inning. 2-1 now is the count here on Phillips. Pops this straight back and out of play over the top of us here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. Find out how you can join the ICC Alumni Association by visiting iccms.edu/alumni. So 2-2 is the count. And that's going to be a grounder. It's going to get past the third baseman. Throw across the way. If that's in time, no. Wow. The simple fact that that was even close. I was going to say if that was on time from Beckley, that was going to for sure be our What a Play Wednesday. But just couldn't quite get enough arm on the throw there. But again, the simple fact that that was close was amazing.
Now batting,
So a 1-out single now, and this is going to be Moat coming to the plate. She is 1 for 3 on the day. She has scored a run. Reached on a fielder's choice her last time up. She struck out swinging to start the 4th. And has also got a single on the day and time taken. So 1 out and a runner on first here for the Wolves. They lead it 8-3 here in the top of the 7th. That pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 now is the count. This is game 1 of 2. At the conclusion of this one, we'll be coming back your way in roughly about a little less than 30 minutes to get game 2 started. This bunt's popped up, caught, and there's 2. That's a Little Caesars double play, reeled in there by the Indians to get an unconventional 3-up, 3-down inning. As now the Indians, they need 5 to extend it, 6 to win it. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
These Little Caesars know when to bring back pretzel crust.
I'm sure they've got it down to a science. Do something.
Come on.
He's dancing! Pretzel Pete has busted a move. Pretzel crust is back!
Yeah, nah, they definitely know what they're doing.
The crust the world craves is back at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we now head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Indians down to their final 3 outs here in game 1. Need 5 runs to extend it, 6 to win it. And it's all going to start here with Hannah Grace Gilligan. She had a 2-run double in her last at-bat. That first pitch is apparently missing low. 1-0 is the count. She's 1 for 2 on the day. .0 is the count here to Gillian. Swings on this one, fouls it back and out of play. And that evens things up now at 1-1. And you're stay tuned. At the conclusion of this one, we'll have our Renaissance Bank post-game report. Take a look back at some Samstown Market stats and more, all part of the Renaissance Bank post-game report here on the ICC Sports Network. This pitch popped up, back, and out of play. 1-2 now is the count here on Hannah Grace Gillian. So 1-2 is the count. That pitch outside, 2-2 now is the count. Nice job by Richardson. This shows she's still dialed in here. That's one, she didn't have to give that type of effort to get after the ball, but she did so to keep it from going to the backstop. And with nobody on there for the Indians, no damage would have been done. 2-2 now is the count. 2-2 pitch on its way, and that one's going to go high. 3-2 now is the count here to Hannah Grace. Wolf is on deck. Ware scheduled up behind her. As the count now goes full at 3-2. So waiting the 3-2 count here. Swinging and a miss for strike 3. Big time Renaissance Bank strikeout to start the inning there. As Biswell trying to go the distance here. She hasn't got just a whole lot of strikeouts today. That's her 4th. But her defense has been solid behind her. It's been a good mixture of pop-ups and ground balls. She's only given up 3 hits so far today and has struck out 4. She's only walked 2 as ball right back to the pitcher. 1-3 on the putout. Nice job defending her position that time by Biswell as she's looking to close the door on this one here. Looks like we're going to have a new batter coming in this case, and this is going to be number 25, Emma Rose Thompson, coming to the plate. So Thompson will bat in place of Ware, who was 0 for 2 on the day. She grounded out to the pitcher and grounded out to the first baseman. And so Thompson
now batting, Emma Rose Thompson.
Try to spark a 2-out rally here for the Indians. Co-Lin trying to close the door on this one and pick up this win in game 1 to stay in the chase for that regular season championship and the chase with Jones to the final of that one. And Rose swings to that first one, missing for a strike. 0-1 is the count. So 0-1 the count here to Thompson. 2 outs in the inning. Thompson looks at that one and it's going to miss for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Biswell set to deliver the pitch in the dirt. Blocked up nicely there by the catcher. Like it might have actually popped up and hit the home plate umpire. And so Coach Howard and Richardson going to take a moment to chat to allow the home plate umpire to kind of have a moment to shake it off there. 2-1 now is the counter to that ball in the dirt. Thompson awaiting the 2-1 pitch. Looks at that one. It's going to go high for a ball. 3-1 now is the count. So now the count goes 3-1 here on Emma Rose Thompson. There's 2 outs in the inning. And that's going to be a 2-out walk issued to Thompson. Just the 3rd walk of the day. And they're going to re-enter Ware in this situation as she'll come in to run.
Now running, Ware.
So Ware will re-enter to run. And this will be Beckley coming to the plate. We talked about she's a switch hitter.
Coming up to bat, Allie
And
Beckley.
is now going to bat from the left side. This is where she batted in the previous at-bat. And she hit the ball hard, but lined out to left on a great effort out there in left field by Phillips. So a runner at first with 2 outs. Beckley at the plate. Swings the first pitch she sees. Second baseman's going to find it, step on the bag, and that will do it. Your final score in this one, Co-Lin wins it 8-3. As we'll take a break and come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Your final score here in Game 1. Co-Lin picks up the 8-3 win to improve to 37-8 overall. More importantly, 24-3 in conference play. They'll be keeping an eye on that Jones and Northwest series throughout the day. ICC falls to 29-15 overall. 16-11 in conference play, as that will do it here in game one. 8-3 was your final score. Co-Lin gets 8 runs on 11 hits, no errors. And for ICC, 3 runs on 3 hits. They also had 3 errors on the day. Biswell is your winning pitcher. Rob is the pitcher of decision here in game one. For ICC, it was a single by Shaw, a double by Gillian, and a single by Wolf. That was the 3 hits of the game for the Indians. And then the hot bat of game one for Co-Lin was the reigning conference player of the week. That was Abby Grace Richardson. She had a RBI triple in the first. She started the third with a solo home run to left, and then she added a single that scored a run. That was back in the 5th inning. She also walked in her final at bat, so she was a double away from hitting for the cycle there in game one. We're going to take a break for about 20-25 minutes here on the ICC Sports Network. Come back with game two between ICC and Co-Lin. Back with more right after this.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.